Hey folks, Rob Flux here with another Real Deal on the Field, and today we're with Sunil at his 6th luxury apartment complex here in Ettalong Beach. And mate, this is an absolute cracking site. Now we are immediately opposite the cafeteria, or cafe I should say, not a cafeteria.
It's a restaurant as well.
A restaurant as well. And more importantly, the water and the views that you're going to see, we're going to save that for the moment, but you're going to see those views in just a moment. Mate, how did you come across this site? It's a cracker.
So we sent out letters. This site was on the market. We didn't know at the time. The owner referred us to the agent. They wanted an immediate sale. Pre-COVID, 2019, we discussed with the agent. They were looking around 1.8 for the site, 1.8 to 2. We asked for an option. They said, no way now. So we decided to offer them a little bit more money. So we went up to 2.2 and the agent said, yep, he is happy to negotiate with the owner. We got it under a 6-month option and we extended that for a further 6 months. So in effect, we got it for a 12-month option and a 6-month delayed settlement. So 18 months all up, but we needed every minute and every day of that when you're dealing with a class 2.
Yep. And so an option contract, for those who aren't aware, an option is the right, but not the obligation to purchase a property at a predetermined price at a point in time in the future. So you basically controlling the property for a period of time, using that time to your advantage to add the value to the property. And as you said, you needed that for a whole bunch of things. Now, what we're going to do, folks, we're going to pop inside. We're going to have a look at some of the issues and challenges that Sunil had to go through in order to get here. As he touched on a Class 2 building, I'm going to touch on what that is in literally 1 moment. See you in a sec. Folks, we are here in the basement because there's a few things. Being a Class 2 building, and more specifically, I guess, adjacent to the ocean, a whole bunch of challenges that actually happen on a site like this that wouldn't happen on most projects you're actually going to come across. And more specifically, the basement is actually underneath the water table because the ocean is actually higher than us at this moment in time. That created a huge amount of problems for you. It was known about, but planned inside the project. Tell people what is actually involved in trying to pump water out of a site when you're trying to build down into a water table, mate.
So we knew from day one when we acquired the site, we did the geotech. The water table was 1.5 meters down from ground level. And that was expected. We factored into our feasibility, we factored into the construction cost, etc. We knew there was going to be dewatering. So our original plan or calculations done by the engineers, etc., was it's going to be between 6 to 8 months of dewatering while they did the contiguous piling. So the basement would be tanked. Unfortunately, it didn't go to plan. The water kept coming in, one with rains and 2 with the tides, etc. So we had the dewatering running for almost 15 months, 24/7, pumping almost 37 liters per minute back into the ocean. The funny thing is we had to get that water cleaned, filtered before we pumped it back into the ocean. From a cost perspective, yes, massive blowouts in cost with regards to variations in the extended delays or period to do the dewatering. We could not take the dewatering system out until we had the second level constructed. One was because with the pressure of the water, it could pop the basement out. So we have to start from scratch again. So the engineers continually came and checked. They did their measurements, so they checked the pressure, water pressure, etc. Once we got the second level on, we switched off the dewatering system, which was costing us about 15 to 20 grand a month on electricity bills alone for the pumps running 24/7. We had to use electric pumps, one because it's in a residential area. We could not use the diesel pumps. The diesel pumps were here as backup when the electricity went down, etc. So those costs we knew about, but the extension of time escalated that.
Yeah, and so you've qualified that really well. But for those of you who've missed it, the dewatering side of it is trying to pump out water faster than the water is actually coming in because we're actually underneath the water table. And when you mentioned, I guess, it popping, that's because consider this like a swimming pool while it's just a basement. Okay, with the water table underneath, it can actually lift it up until there's enough weight to actually hold it down, which was why the second story side of things. Now, we touched on this being a Class 2 building. Most of you out there, I guess, doing your normal projects are using Class 1 building, which is a normal residential or townhouse type apartment. Townhouse type project. Class 2 is when you've got two living spaces over and above each other. So apartments in this particular instance, plus the fact that you've got living spaces over and above the basement itself. So that means completely different building standards, and which means fire compliance and a couple of other elements. Plus, I guess the quality of the build has to go up significantly. That was something that you guys got impacted by because based in New South Wales, historically there's been a whole bunch of issues and challenges with Class 2 buildings with some dodgy builders.
Opal Towers.
And a couple of others.
Mascot Towers, yeah.
And a few others. And so the building commissioner made some blanket changes to, I guess, the industry in New South Wales, and you guys got caught out with, I guess, the changes in how the Class 2 was being managed at that point in time.
We did. The original plans was done prior to the new regulations come in, and I think we missed that by literally weeks of having it lodged into council to comply with the old rules. Once the new rules kicked in, we had to redo drawings, modify drawings to comply with the new code. One was cost, two was time delays, and three was the system that we were going through was new. So New South Wales Planning Portal had dramas or had issues, and we had to talk to the technical team behind that to upload documents, etc. It is getting better, but we were part of that initial kickstart of a Class 2 when that code came into effect.
Which was also when I guess the government themselves were going through teething problems themselves and trying to work out how they're going to actually manage it. So a double whammy. Mate, we're in the basement. It's not much of a view here. Why don't we go upstairs and actually take a look at the penthouse and see what the views are up there. See you in a sec. Here we are, folks, with the money shot. We're in the penthouse, and this is the whole reason for, I guess, being on this site. All the apartments, I should say, with the exception of one, get these views, but clearly the penthouse is going to get the much better view. There's a lovely cafe restaurant across the water, little beach, obviously boats and everything in the area. Huge number of apartments and everything, I guess, down the road, all with spectacular views that you're going to capitalise on as well, mate. So congratulations. Absolutely. This is a cracking site.
It's a multi-million dollar view.
I was going to say, if it's only $1 million, mate, you're not making any money. Speaking of which, you had previously already sold this particular penthouse apartment all the way back.
Off the plan.
Off the plan.
Yep.
What did you sell that for, and when did you sell that?
Sold end of 2023. We sold it to an 80-year-old gentleman. Unfortunately, his solicitor talked him out of it, saying that he's not guaranteed to be around and live in it by the time we get the construction completed.
So 18 months ago, he paid 3.2, signed the contract for 3.2. These are now on the market for how much, mate? You're getting a lot of interest.
$5.5 million for the penthouse.
$5.5 million. That uplift in 18 months, I'm going to say 2 years maximum, folks. That's what's happening in the market at the moment, and that has rippled through the entire project, which has meant some absolute cracking profits.
Yep.
But it's also absorbed some challenging cost escalations I guess, but swings and roundabouts, you're still going to walk away pretty handy, mate.
Pretty handy. So we get to keep one apartment each, unencumbered. So yeah, it's not a bad day. So
So when we say one each, that's not us one each. Although thank you, mate. I appreciate the kind offer.
that's Sean Hayes and myself.
Sean as your JV partner, but thank you, Sean. I appreciate the gift, mate. But one each, sell the other 4, and that's pretty much going to pay all the debts
We're
out.
probably going to sell 3. We may keep the back unit, the one that's not facing the water, as for our Airbnb to consultants or whomever.
Yep. So absolute cracking deal, mate. Cannot wait to see the full story, because there's a whole bunch more twists and turns inside this project, folks, that you're going to see at an upcoming meetup in Sydney. We run these events all the way around the country: Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide. You can see them in person, and also you can live stream them no matter where you are. And if you're in Perth, we're coming your way pretty soon. Till then, mate, cracking deal. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I've followed your journey the whole way. I'm super proud of your achievements, mate.
I remember the psychology of property development.
So Sunil and I go way back. As a matter of fact, Sunil was one of the, the instrumental reasons on why I brought the PDN community to Sydney in the first place. We were running a 2-day event called the Psychology of Property Development, and there were 20 people in the room. Sunil was one of those. And he said, mate, what you guys are doing in Brisbane with your PDN community, you should do here as well. And if you do, we're going to get everyone there. So, mate, I'm eternally grateful for your support in helping me to grow the community at that point in time. Sunil even ran some of our events back in the day, but clearly way too successful, way too busy to care about us now. But
I still attend almost every meetup.
So, and you guys too. So all the way back then, at that point, you hadn't even done a deal. And that
was in the middle of Mamre Road, my first project. And I still have kept that notes that I made on that day to say where I'm going to be in 5 years' time. And everything that I've written down, I've achieved.
Right. Well done. Congrats, mate. Super proud of you. Till then, see you folks.